6 days, 5 103 Masters, and a 105 Grandmaster Kevin Durant. But what can you actually get no money spent from this promo, and how can you get these guys as quickly as possible? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you all the different ways you can try and get these guys and try and push for this 105 playstyle select Kevin Durant at the end of the promo. But what you want to do starting off is head over into the limited time events. You can see it is a 6-day long promo, one of the shorter ones that we've had all season, and there are 5 different sections, each corresponding to a different player. You've got one for Devin Booker, you've got one for Kawhi Leonard, you've got another one for Fox over there, you've got Jordan Poole, and you've got Joel Embiid, each one with their own different section. And as you can see, there are 2 different events left and right on these player icons. So let's take Jordan Poole as an example over here. You can see I've played through these first 2 events. On the left hand side, there will be another 2 unlocking at different times throughout the day, and each event has its own timer, basically meaning that each event is going to unlock at random times throughout the day. But they do have a 24-hour reset, and they tell you exactly when they're going to reset. As you can see, this one is going to reset at 12 AM EST, this one's going to be 6 PM EST, this one's going to be 8 PM EST. Now, you don't have to be on the game every single time when these exactly reset. Just make sure you're logging on maybe a couple of hours or so apart, just so you can make sure you're playing through every single event, because that is going to put yourself in the best position to get any of these masters. With these events, all you're going to basically get is 6 of the specific tokens. So in this one, I'll get 6 Devin Booker tokens, plus also a 50% chance at getting an additional extra token. So you could potentially get 7 tokens, or you're left stuck with 6. It's all luck based on this side over here, whether you get that 7th token or not. There's no special way of you making sure that you get a 7th token. It is just going to be luck. But the more events you play, the more tokens you will get. And you can see there is a special event. This one costs 100 stamina, and it will get yourself a select pack. Now, with this select pack, I will open it on my bench over here because I saved it. What you're going to get is you're basically going to get to select 3 tokens out of 15 of the specific tokens. So you can see each one has 3 tokens. You got 3 Joel Embiid tokens, 3 Devin Booker ones, 3 Kawhi Leonard ones, and it just basically carries on. There is also a 10% chance of getting a player from the promo, and we'll go on to them later. But if you got lucky enough to get a player, that's going to help you out a lot with the promo. You can see, unfortunately, I didn't pull a player. But what you'd want to do is you'd want to go ahead and select the tokens that correspond to the master you want to get. So I'll pick up the Jordan Poole tokens over here. And basically, you want to be looking at these guys on the news tab and selecting which master you want to get. Do you want to get Poole? Do you want to get Kawhi Leonard? It doesn't really matter which one of these 103 masters you want to get. What ones fit with your team might be a good place to start. But pick one you want to get, because this is going to make grinding it a little bit easier and help you out in your head as to work out how many tokens you're going to need to get some of these masters. So as I said, I might try and get Jordan Poole just because we haven't had a Jordan Poole card. So what you want to do with all of these tokens is head over into the sets. Now, each master has their own section. You can see as you scroll down, each one having their own section. We'll start at the top over here with Jordan Poole. To get his 103 overall card, I'm going to need each of the players ranging from 96 overall all the way up to 100 overall to get the 103. And all of these guys are got through getting the tokens. You can see all of the tokens that correspond to Jordan Poole. I'd stick in this set. I'd try and get my 96 overall player, then my 97, then my 98, then my 99, and then finally my 100 overall player. Each one has their own different token requirements. You can see the lower the overall player, the lower the amount of tokens. It's exactly the same for the other masters. So Kawhi Leonard, again, just with his specific tokens, you're going to need them to get him up as higher overall, all the way up to 100. And then once you got all 5 of them, you can then go ahead and stick them into the 103 set, so you can then claim up your 103 Kawhi. Exactly the same for Fox, Embiid, and of course Devin Booker over there at the bottom. And you can see along the top there are some extra token exchanges. Now, these ones will probably have a cooldown. I haven't done them, so I don't know exactly what the cooldown is. If you have done any of these sets, drop it in the comment section down below what the cooldown actually is. If I find out, I will put it in the pinned comment. But as you can see over here, 25 of your tokens gets yourself a 15 token select. So if I don't want to get this Jordan Poole card over here, I would stick in 25 of his tokens, let's say, but I did want to get Devin Booker, I'd then get out 15 tokens of the Devin Booker ones, and it's just going to give you a select pack. You're going to select your 15 Devin Booker tokens if that's what you wanted to get. You can see alongside that one, there is a 10 for 5 offer and a 2 for 1 offer. Now, because 2 for 1 and 10 for 5 are in the same ratio of 2 to 1 pretty much, this one is a slight bargain because it is 25 for 15 instead of being 30 for 15 and it making it 2 for 1. So this is arguably the better one to do. But I think based off of previous versions of this promo format, this one might actually have a cooldown on it, whereas the other ones might not. So it might be something to take into consideration when you're thinking about it. But all of this stuff, I do recommend you save up all of your tokens until the last couple of days, where you've worked out exactly what you can get, whether it's worth trying to get something else, and then going ahead and using these exchange sets to the best ways you possibly can, so you can get exactly what you want with this promo. Because you may come along and pull a player from a different master that you hadn't actually started grinding for, whereas if you've got all the tokens left over, you can then make a decision towards the end of the promo as to what you want to do. To get KD, it's very simple. You're going to need to get all of these 103 masters, and you can see just by pressing on the info, you will get all of them back. But that's going to give you that 105 KD. I have no idea whether it's a team or position boost. I'm guessing his one is a position boost just based on the stuff we're looking at on this page over here. It's looking like a scoring machine boost. These 103 masters I do think are position boosts as well, but they are elite ones, so that might be pretty good over there. But in the store, there are some extra sort of tokens. Now these might be a bit confusing, but they are simply called Kaboom trophies, and what they can do is they can go in place of any of the other specific player tokens. So instead of putting in a Devin Booker token, I could put in one of these trophies. Instead of putting in a Jordan Poole token, I could put in one of these trophies. And it's really simple. If I go back into the sets, I can then go ahead and stick it into this set over here. You can see it pops up over there, or I could use it instead of the Kawhi Leonard ones. It doesn't really matter. It's one of these wild cards, as it were, can be used in place of any of the specific player tokens. There is a special claim pack, which you can get one completely free just by pressing a claim button, which I really recommend you do because you don't really have to do much. There is also this coin offer, or you can watch an advert, 5k coins, and it will give you 5 of these ones every single day. There's a cash offer, 100 NBA cash for 10 of these tokens. There's a chance pack of getting any of the players from the promo, which will help you out in the actual sets themselves, and you're guaranteed 9 trophies as well. There's 1000 NBA cash for that one. There's a Boomer Boss pack for 300 NBA cash, and that is why getting the players will help you out the most. And we'll go on to the calculations right now. So it starts off with this being a 6-day promo. To get KD, you are going to need to get yourself all 5 of the 103 masters. Each master, if you count up all the tokens required to get the low overall players and then put them in to get the 103, is going to require 200 tokens. So theoretically, in total, KD is going to require 1000 total tokens, 200 being of each of the specific players. And from each event, we said you're going to get yourself 6 tokens plus that 50% chance of getting a 7th one on each event. And eventually over the day, you will be able to play through 4 from each player of their event, which, using that 50% chance of getting a 7th token, equals 27 tokens every single day. Times up by the 6 days the promo is out for, that's 156 tokens of each player. So 156 Devin Booker tokens, 156 Jordan Poole tokens, 156 of all of the players throughout the whole promo. And it doesn't end there, because in the store you will get yourself 6 of these extra trophies, plus also in that special event, which gives you a select pack, you're going to be able to pick 3 extra chosen tokens, which equals 18 throughout the promo. So let's say, for example, you want to get Jordan Poole as your first master. You would then take the 156 tokens you got through just playing his event, plus the 36 trophies you get in the store, and then also plus an extra 8 of the extra chosen tokens used in that special event to put you up to 200 to get yourself the Jordan Poole. That means you've got yourself 10 extra chosen tokens or trophies to use on your next master. And with your next master, you have 156 tokens of them from the event. You will also then add on the extra trophies, which puts you up to 166 tokens. And then you're going to need to use these exchange sets to get yourself that extra second master, and that will put you up to your second 103. And then, depending on how many tokens you've got left, how you're going to use these exchange sets, you could potentially get yourself a 3rd master no money spent. So that is the rough calculations as to a no money spent player. You're guaranteed to get yourself at least 1 master no money spent if you do everything right, and then the second one is also likely as well. A 3rd one is a little bit on the edge, whether you get it, whether you don't get it. A 4th one you might do, you might not, but it does sort of decrease as we go along. If you do go ahead and pull any of the 96 to 100 overall players, that is going to lower your token cost and perhaps help you getting through to get this 105 KD. Because if you do get a 100 overall player, that's going to dramatically cut the amount of tokens you need. So say I don't need to use 80 tokens, I can use them on exchange sets to then go ahead and get myself a 4th 103 and then potentially a 5th one. So it all depends a little bit on luck, but if you do play all of the event, you're guaranteed at least 1 or 2 masters and then maybe a 3rd one as well. So that is something you can take into consideration with this promo. If you are pay to win and you're willing to spend the money, you will probably get this KD pretty easily. But that is hopefully going to sum up all of the stuff that you need to do to get all of these 103s as quickly as possible, and exactly what you can get no money spent. But a lot of people will be choosing to miss this promo entirely, and that's okay. But there are plenty of things that you can do in NBA Live Mobile instead if you are deciding to skip a promo, and all the things that you should be doing if you are deciding to skip this promo I've already explained. So make sure you go give that a watch, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.